mean, I hadn't seen her, I worked with her a long time ago on the telly, and I hadn't seen her since she'd been to France and everything, and she, again, just hit the ground running. She does.
You were in Casualties
We
together.
were in Casualties together a long time ago. Yeah, indeed. And it was nice, it was really great to catch up with her again, because obviously she's been doing a lot more writing these days, and lives in France, and but she's such a consummate actress. She's brilliant. She really is good.
And Peter also, I think for me,
his Bill Hartnell was extraordinary.
yeah, but I mean, this takes a lot for me to say this, because Peter was very much my Blue Peter man from my era. But I actually feel a bit sad now that because he got into that, he didn't act more. Having heard him in Mother Ocean and the Suffering, because he's just fantastic.
He said he was very keen to do more acting. In fact, let's try and see today, because we do have another one for him to record quite soon to say that. So.
And then we did a Fraser one that's coming out next month, Nights Back in Egypt.
Yes, that's our next month, which is part of the Sixth Doctor and Jamie.
It's a kind of companion chronicle connected,
Yes.
as it were.
I have to say,
I was just thinking about Peter Purvis. I always have this thing every time I see him. He just does take when he says hello. You know, I expect a dog to run past.
Yeah, I think Peter's one of the people that I get a bit shy, a bit fanboy. Just something that I thought of that role I thought was quite interesting was Rob. You adapted your own script, your own audio script for TV.
Yes.
You've adapted Barbara's script, and also parts of Spare Parts were adapted. So, how did it feel having your own work adapted, and for you adapting your own?
I didn't have a lot of input onto the Sandman story, the first 10 seasons, wasn't it? It was just terribly nice to be honest about sort of film, and I knew that I was going to sort of take a back seat and everything from the start. So I was sort of one remove from it, really. I had they said thank you on me, that's nice. I don't think it bears an awful lot of relation to what
No, well,
the original
it's got to see
story
it. I think the audio is probably along with Jubilee Hotel, I think it's acknowledged that they're probably three of the best of the earlier range. The Gary Russell era.
No, they are. They're ones that, you know, when people say, oh, I've never heard a Big Finish before, we kind of go, well, have a listen to this, because people love this, see what you think, you know.
I mean, I was recommending Spare Parts immediately. It is a... Well,
I was recommending Jubilee.
You're very kind. No, it is odd. I mean, for my part, it was that odd thing about... I'm actually not that fond of Jubilee. I shouldn't really say that, but it's so many years old now. I feel that I overwrote it. So when Russell phoned up and said, can we do Jubilee, I thought, actually I wouldn't mind having another crack and trying to get at that idea in a very, very different way. And they were very, very good, the BBC, because I was quite resistant to actually doing Jubilee, and Russell originally was saying things like, let's have a bit where they have all that Dalek juice and stuff, because I had a joke in Jubilee about their boiling a Dalek and the liquid that runs off they would then sell. And I said, can we move away from all that altogether? And fortunately, the BBC, you know, there was a lot of time, and they were very, very happy with the idea that just that basic idea of one single Dalek being tortured, and then did something completely different with it. So it felt like a very, very different story to me. And I think, you know, obviously a rather economical one. I think they both work. Actually, I should say this really. I mean, I was always very, very concerned because I was the first adapted story for the new series.
Somebody's hearing it.
And horses in the room.
I was really worried about the idea that, and because I'm a Doctor Who fan, and I care about things like canon and continuity and things, I didn't want there to be any excuse that because Jubilee was now on TV, that somehow invalidated the audience. And I was really, and Russell understood that, and he said to me very early on, well, we'll make sure that these things can coexist. Because I really didn't want it to seem like suddenly we were just pilfering audio ideas and just saying that doesn't really count anymore. So it was, I wanted them both to sort of just be sort of fairly independent of each other.
I think that's very much the same with Spare Parts. I think they were able to make sure that two crossover things. I mean, originally it would have been set on one TV rather, but it wasn't. So it doesn't sort of contradict. Yes, I think so.
It might just say boom! Boom! it's not working. He's still asleep.
It worked at Time Press, didn't it?
Oh, right.
Should we just throw things?
Say weird things that would inhabit his dreams. Oh, strange ten-headed people. Carrots.
Back to me. Just picking up from Rob's point about continuity and new series and all that kind of stuff. It must be a bit of a minefield for Nick and David when you're producing this stuff to think ahead. Song of McGatra, it is something that comes to mind. You know, as soon as The Beast Below went out, everybody was online saying, oh, well, we understand why the name of that was changed now, stuff like that. Has it had that much of an impact? You're going to tell me it had nothing to do with that, no?
Has it? What? Not really. There are very few examples where we wanted to do something and we've had to change it slightly.
Yes, that's true. Yeah.
I mean, Mills's script for Song of McGatra hasn't changed at all.
Good.
Word perfect to what it was
Yeah.
before. So.
It feels like a real prize as a Doctor Who fan finally getting to hear that story and having, you know.
But it's really good as well.
Yeah. Good. Looking forward to that one.
Yes.
I have to thank you. I don't keep going about Tenko in the merchandise room, but thanks for getting Anne Bell in an Architects officially because she's just fantastic.
Yeah. And she's a funny, naughty lady as well.
She is very wicked, very wicked. We won't go into details, but it was actually for such a serious story. It was a great fun day. It was there's 1,000 tiny wings for those of you wondering what we're wittering on about. It was the first part of the Klein trilogy, which seems to be working out.
Yeah, I think people love Klein, don't they?
She's fantastic.
She's a Nazi. What's that about? But Tracy Charles is brilliant, isn't she? And I think the way that she and Sylvester relate to each other is brilliant, actually.
Yeah, I think Sylvester's been great in those plays as well. I think it's really brought a new side.
It's nice to mix it up every so often, isn't it? And I think it's a completely different relationship to any other assistant he's ever had. So I think it sort of works.
Very much so, yeah.
Good. We got any questions from the audience? Everybody asleep?
We will be doing some more Holmes stories later in the year, just in case.
And I've just recorded a new series of Penny for those of you who are interested.
When's that coming out?
It's penciled in summer, yeah.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
August.
So
August,
August.
4 months running. So,
Have you recorded all of them?
I've got one more to go.
Okay.
Is there anything more you can tell us about that, Lisa?
I think I'm allowed to say that it sort of comes in two parts. We're tying up a lot of threads that have been going on for about 4 years, which I think is about the optimum time for a story arc, really. And then we're sort of, I won't say rebooting, but there are two more sort of slightly more standalone ones, but which are linked. So it's like two.
It's an end and a beginning.
That's the one. I knew
Yes.
I missed something. That's
That's
the
what it's. It'd be a good jumping on point for people who've not followed Benny before. So.
I think it's always useful during the course of something that's been going on for so many years. I mean, it's the 11th year now, and which is extraordinary when you think about it. But in order to try and keep it fresh, and like anything in this sort of genre, you have to mix it up a bit. And it's always good to have a few jumping on points. Yeah.
And you've been busy with Jago Lightfoot.
Oh yes.
Which actually is coming out at the start of June.
It's launched
It's
about
all
finished,
finished.
isn't it?
Yep. And there's a brand new longer trailer on the Big Finish website that's just been released, which will give you a little taster.
Yeah, I listened to that last night. It's
I
great.
think we're secretly quite pleased with that.
Yeah, I'm hoping people love it because, like I love it myself, it's one of those little passion projects that it's just been such a joy to
If it's just 5% as good as the first one, I'm sure people will love it because it's.
It's at least 10% as good as the first
Well,
one.
Maybe it's 7% better.
But that's in the 5% bracket, so we're okay. We're outside that. Yeah, good.
No, we're very, very pleased with it. Very excited.
Good. And Mark, I believe you're working on a new script that we may be able to say something about.
Sorts of things. They keep pestering me one thing after another.
You're getting a look from David about what we can and can't.
What are you talking about? Theatres, can't we?
Yes, you can talk.
Thin Ice, well, David's already mentioned some of the. It's the lost season, the season 27 that we were supposed to be doing when they stopped Doctor Who in '89, and each of us is well, they're not me, but Andrew Cartmel and I